Hello and welcome to 7-Minute Guitar. Also check us out on facebook.com/7minuteguitar for the resources that are used in these videos. So we've already talked about the major ninth chords. Then we talked about the dominant ninth chords. Today we're going to talk about the minor ninth chords. The only difference between a minor ninth and a dominant ninth chord is the third. In the dominant ninth chord, the third is a major third. Of course, in the minor ninth chord, just like it says, it's a flatted third, so it creates that minor sound. If you don't play a third in your chord, you won't be able to know, are you playing the dominant or are you playing the minor? So let's start with our B7. Now, remember we played a B7. We made a B dominant ninth by barring those fingers there. And we made a minor by raising our finger and allowing this third note right there. Hear it? So, major, dominant, minor. So if for some reason we just deadened that string and just played, and that string is dead, it'll sound exactly the same whether you call it a dominant or a minor. So here at the D ninth, if we raise up our fingertips and just play the four middle strings, we can have our dominant ninth and then lower it down to the minor ninth. The next style of minor ninth has our index finger here on the second chord, first fret. In the third fret, our middle finger here on the fourth string and our ring finger on the first string. And on the fourth fret, our pinky finger here on the second string. So this is considered an F minor ninth. They're using this finger as the root note. Here's the one, here's the third. So if that's the F minor ninth, that would have been the F dominant ninth. The next fingering places us on the lower four strings. So at this position, it's a G minor ninth. We're going to place our root note right here at the ring finger on the sixth string. Our third note, in this case minor note, right here on our index finger. This would have been the dominant. There's the minor. Then we place our pinky on the third string, third fret. Sorry, that's the fourth string, third fret. And the middle finger on the third string, second fret. So our G minor ninth. And this would have been the G dominant ninth. All those chords were the minor ninth and they had no fifth in them. So when you do the fifth note on the guitar, it really goes from being a minor ninth to being a minor add nine. And let's see how that looks here with this chord we just did a minute ago. This was the F minor ninth. And it takes this fingering, bars with our index finger, and leaves this note. This is the seventh in the note. Moves these fingers here, bars that, and so really we have the first in the chords in the scale, the minor third, the fifth, and a ninth note. So a minute ago, we had this seventh note, now we don't. So that's the difference between a minor ninth chord and just an add ninth chord. When you build up the strength and flexibility of your fingers, another way to make that chord is like your good old-fashioned barred minor chord. So there's your F minor. Use your middle finger and your ring finger for the minor and bring your pinky finger down here for your ninth. So let's go back to our C. Here's our C major. And if a person wanted to take this third note and flatten it, we would have a C minor. Let me switch some fingers around here. So back to our C major. Remember, we had a C add 9 by putting this note in right here. Now, if I wanted a C minor add 9, I would take this third note and flatten it. If I wanted a C minor ninth, not with the add 9, I could take my pinky and bar all three of those strings right there. Now, this looks kind of familiar, like what we started out with today. We started out with a chord like that. And that would have been our C ninth, our C minor ninth. So I did that just as a demonstration to really show how these chords morph, they transform, they become just by changing one little position of a finger. I hope you enjoyed these ninth chord lessons. I really hope they challenged your fingers. Check out facebook.com/7minuteguitar in the photo album chords for more chords we weren't able to get to. Please thumbs up the video and subscribe to the channel.